to In the Library with
Ta-ta-ta-tara!
and Adrian.
That doesn't work quite as well.
I tried. So you were off last week. How have you been?
I wasn't off last week.
What was last week?
You were off last week.
Ah, yes.
I was here every day.
So how have you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
Very good, very good. It is the middle of December, and for those of you not in the aware, Christmas is coming. If you haven't already done your shopping, it may be too late. Anyway,
Are you done with your Christmas shopping?
as a matter of fact, I am. How about yourself?
I'm very close. I'm going to finish up today.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. What'd you ask Santa for?
My 2 front teeth.
I asked for a hippopotamus. Look at us.
Couple of cards.
No, I didn't ask for cards.
Oh, well, fair enough. All right, so this week we thought we'd talk about the perennial children's classic, The Polar Express.
One of the best Christmas films. Not the best. That's reserved for Muppets Christmas Carol, but this one is definitely up there.
For those of you not in the aware, The Polar Express is a 1985 fantasy children's book written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg, who is a Michigan native.
I was going to say, doesn't the Polar Express actually take place in Michigan, now that I'm thinking about it?
It sure does. Grand Rapids, as a matter of fact.
Ho, ho, ho. We get that and Coraline.
Where's Coraline set? I've never seen it.
Pontiac.
Pontiac?
Yeah. It's okay. I watched it for the first time this year.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Polar Express.
So Polar Express was published in 1985, and then Tom Hanks starred as a bunch of characters in the 2004 animated.
He's everybody.
More or less,
Wait, did you actually watch it?
of course. It takes some liberties on the plot of the book.
Well, because there's not that much there with the book. The movie is 100% better, which is not something I normally say about books and movies. And I also apologize to the author. You did a great job. You came up with the idea. It was great.
So I should know this, but is he okay? He is still alive. Chris Van Allsburg, born in 1949, is still alive.
You did a great job. The story, you gave it life. I think that with a lot of people with their art, they have a hard time letting go and letting other people run with it and give it new life. And that's one thing that this author was willing to do. I think you were very brave, and it resulted positively. The movie's better, I'm sorry.
You say brought it to life, but
Yes.
Those characters have some really dead-looking eyes.
I will say, I wish there was a way for them to fine-tune the graphic style. It is a little creepy when you stare at it a long time. But the story is so good.
Fair enough. Some of that Uncanny Valley 2004 computer animation.
But my problem with the book is that most of that story was not in the book. But then also, it's just, it's a little factual. It doesn't have a lot of, thought and emotion in it. It's more, this happened, then this happened, then this happened. And I'm like, I want a little more personalization.
I think they should have added some, aliens.
That would have been a big liberty. I mean, you already have a magic dude who lives at the North Pole and elves who run around and can do basically anything. So I think they're pretty on top of that.
That's fair.
I think it would have been a little bit much with aliens. But then again, maybe Santa is an alien.
It would explain a few things, honestly.
So I also will say, when I was getting the book from the library just to reread it, I actually found in our easy readers, The Polar Express, the movie, The Journey Begins. It's an ABC early reader book. And this was really cool because this one actually is the movie. It even has pictures from the movie. It's a lot more, like I said, the thoughts and the feelings, the emotions are in the writing. This was really good. So I enjoyed this, and I think this would be a great way to read it with your children because it'd be easy for them to read. The only downside is, so this is only part 1. It's The Journey Begins. So this basically is him waking up and then getting onto the train. And I don't know what happened, but I can't find any others and any more of these books to continue the story. And this was made a while ago. I tried Googling it, and I'm not sure if I'm doing something silly, but you would think there'd be a whole story.
What if this is the only one? They decided that was enough of the story.
I mean, a little disappointing.
This is neither here nor there, but the copyright page here doesn't mention it being part of a series.
But it's only the beginning. I did find somewhere, I think, like a second book, but I couldn't find anywhere to like read it or purchase it, and that definitely wouldn't be the end of the story either. So I'm not sure. I don't know. But it should be a part of a series. I don't know why they would just do the very beginning and then. You know that kind of. So the picture, we're looking at a picture of the book of the kid like lying in the bed. It does make me think of Monsters, Inc., like that fake kid that like pops up and screams when they're in training.
We can do a crossover. They pop out of the closets on the Express.
Maybe it's all connected.
It's all connected.
Ruh-roh.
That was neither here nor there.
So what, did you like the movie besides the graphics? Because this was your first time watching it.
It was different than the book, and I wasn't sure what to think about it. It was fine. It was good.
Did you like the book better?
Well, I grew up with the book. I wasn't
not.
sure. Like, I figured they were going to have to do something with the movie, but like the whole train crash and other things going on, it was a little weird. Not what I was expecting.
I love the conductor with the long red beard and like they're yanking on him to make the caribou go away. It's like my favorite part of the film.
Does Disney own it now? Disney might own it now.
Disney owns everything.
They could redo it with the cast of Frozen.
We don't. We need to stop remaking things and doing sequels. Let's put money into new ideas and get new art out there. It's a pet peeve of mine.
It is not owned by Disney. It's a Warner Brothers.
Goodness.
It is owned by the Warner Brothers. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Muppets Christmas Carol.
Why?
Because the Muppets make everything better. Gonzo is the narrator, and Gonzo can do no wrong. I'd love to meet Gonzo someday. The puppet, not the actor. And it's fantastic. You get the story, and then you get, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name?
Michael Caine.
Yes! He's fantastic. And what makes him so great, I've heard people talk about the difference between him and Tim Curry, because Tim Curry did Muppets Treasure Island. And the difference is, like, Michael Caine pretends that he is working with, like, legit actors, and Tim Curry pretends that he's a Muppet. And they're both so brilliant and so different.
It's true. They're very different.
But Michael Caine, the actors, the movies, of course, are different. But Michael Caine does a fantastic job, and he takes it so seriously. And they do a great job on it. Although I will say that the Ghost of Christmas Future is a little interesting. She's a little. Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen it.
And it's the best version of Christmas Carol, isn't it? Don't answer if you have a different opinion.
You know what? I'm gonna just move along. So my favorite Christmas movie, which may come as a surprise to almost no one, would be The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh, support that.
It's a fantastic animated Christmas movie. But I do want to turn the subject just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Die Hard. Christmas movie.
I was about to ask you that.
Do you view Die Hard as a Christmas movie?
I personally do, because it's set over Christmas. It's at a Christmas party. He dresses one of the bad guys up as Santa. I mean, it's a Christmas movie with guns. Yes, it is Christmas.
I am also of the opinion that it's a Christmas movie, and I will go a step further, that it is a movie about family reconciliation.
I mean, it really is. It's not the best way to make better relationships with your family, but it's true.
But it is about bringing your family closer together. So, Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Alan Rickman, rest in peace, glorious actor.
All of the sort of Harry Potter cast has sort of become synonymous with Christmas, haven't they?
I don't know about all of them. I wouldn't say Maggie Smith is a Christmas actor.
Maybe not.
Or the... Do you talking about the adults? Because the kids definitely...
Well, no, yeah, I was thinking the adults. They've all done their fair share of Christmas films.
I mean, Alan Rickman has. Who else are you thinking?
Well, one, the Harry Potter movies are Christmas movies.
They're not. So, okay, that's what I do disagree with. And I love Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be at Harry Potter World this weekend, and nothing is going to bring me more joy. And I have no problem with them playing it every Christmas because I love watching it. However, they're not Christmas films. Yes, they, not even most of them. Some of them have a Christmas tree in it for 10 seconds, and that's it.
But didn't most of them come out during the Christmas season?
That I honestly don't know. I remember going to the last couple midnight premieres, and I don't think they came out at Christmas time.
I'm not sure. I think the early ones did.
They might have.
So Maggie Smith was in A Boy Called Christmas in
Never saw it.
2021. So she does, in fact, have a Christmas movie.
One single one. The wonderful Maggie Smith. May she rest in peace. I don't think Hagrid was. Robbie Coltrane? Actually, you know what? I have not seen him in, I think, anything besides Harry Potter. Have you?
He was in the Blackadder Christmas special.
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Blackadder?
What's Blackadder? You don't know what it is either, do you?
No, I do.
Oh.
It is a British series. You're familiar with the way they do their series from Doctor Who.
Oh, I love Doctor Who.
But it follows the titular Blackadder through different ages of England and the United Kingdom's history, where he's a villain, really.
So you're making this sound so exciting.
I can't explain it. You'd have to watch it. It's funny. It's funny. They're all intended to be humorous. Robert Pattinson, he is definitely a Christmas actor.
He was in one film.
Yeah. Well, he's been in more than one film.
We killed him off and he turned into a vampire.
And now he's Batman.
And he hasn't done anything since.
Since Batman?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Did you see him in The Lighthouse?
Nope.
With Willem Dafoe?
They were in a lighthouse nearby? I mean, I don't normally drive up to lighthouses and stare in, but maybe I should.
It's an interesting movie.
Ah.
Just say that. It's an interesting film.
So I think we kind of proved the opposite of your point, though, because most of them are not Christmas actors like you were thinking.
No, they are.
I think you're thinking more of Alan Rickman because of the whole Love Actually.
But see, maybe I'm weird, but I think of Sweeney Todd as a Christmas movie. And so, that is just a Harry Potter reunion fest.
Yes. Why? I don't know if I consider that a Christmas movie.
I may have just watched it for the first time around Christmas and just associate it that way.
I'm happy to put it on my controversial Christmas display, though. Maybe I should.
Fantastic.
I do have Edward Scissorhands over there.
Edward of
I
the
don't know why that's considered a controversial Christmas film either, but it was...
There's clearly snow in that movie. It takes place over Christmas.
It's just the snow. The snow's all that matters.
Well, but it takes place in the week of Christmas, doesn't it? Because he goes out and...
It's been so long
Well,
since I've seen it, I really don't remember.
The timing is a little nebulous because it's forever summer in that magical South California land. But
Do they ever say why he has scissors for hands?
yeah, the doctor never finished building him.
Oh, so he's like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a really long time since I've seen the film.
There's a scene where the doctor, I think he's just credited as the doctor. I could be wrong, but he's watching his machine make cookies, and he finds one of the blender machines, and he's like, I'm going to give it a heart. And then he builds Edward out of this cookie making robot. But he dies before he can finish the hands.
I wonder how Mary Shelley would feel about this.
She'd be down.
She probably would, actually. So I like it. Die Hard, definitely a Christmas film. Although we have like a mini display out there, and up there we have 2 boxes that people can write on, either saying whether they agree it's a Christmas film or they disagree. Right now, disagree is far in the lead.
I'm trying to read whether or not Sweeney Todd is a Christmas movie.
It did not pop up in any of my lists. I think that's just a you thing. But it's a great film, so I'm not going to argue with you on it.
Well, Entertainment Weekly seems to suggest that it might count as a Christmas movie.
You've read any good books lately?
I've read The Polar Express, preparing for this.
Solid.
What else have I read lately? I don't know. How about you?
Well, I've only actually read The Polar Express once before this. I read it to a class I was subbing for. So I definitely wanted to reread it. And when I was looking for this, I was like, you know what? I was like, there's a bunch of Christmas books I haven't read before. I'm going to read them. So I read the sequel to The Grinch, which I have very mixed feelings about because I really don't like taking the work of people who have passed away and then continuing it on when it's like not their, when like that's their idea and that's what they came up with. It was an okay book. I don't think it was necessary. It's cute. If you want to read it, it's cute. But I don't think it's the best of his work. So interesting to read that. I read 2 different versions of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I read the original story, and then I read the one that's like based off of the movie from the 50s. And
right.
They're both good. However, I'm always stuck on this. Santa's reindeer are all female because males lose their antlers in the winter and females do not. And yet we always talk about the reindeer like they're dudes. And it's like the whole like 50s movie we're talking about.
We don't talk about them all like they're dudes. Vixen is clearly a female.
They're all females.
How do you know Santa's magic doesn't keep the antlers on their heads?
Because that wouldn't have anything to do with them flying, and I don't think Santa is quite that vain, so I don't see the point. You know what? There are strong female reindeer that pull that sled every Christmas, and they're being misgendered.
I want you to consider something.
No.
What if it was Burl Ives who originally recorded that song, right?
No idea.
I could be wrong. Regardless, the original song. What if the singer was colorblind and Rudolph's nose was in fact green?
Okay. What would that change?
That's what I'm asking you. What would that change?
I don't think visually it would change anything because, I mean, don't quote me on this because I don't know, but I would assume green would give off the same luminescence as red. Unless Santa is colorblind himself, I don't think it would affect him driving.
What if?
I think that red would probably be less inconspicuous outside.
What if Santa is colorblind and he thought he was wearing green like a traditional elf?
And the elves were laughing at him the whole time because he had no idea. Those sneaky, sneaky elves. He should have known better.
It's true. He should have known better. Poor guy.
That's why he turns into Krampus. Revenge.
Listen, I've seen plenty of horror films about Santa.
No, Krampus isn't just a horror film.
No, I know.
Okay. I was trying to explain to my nieces about the history behind Krampus, and they were just like, oh my gosh, we're so glad that we're American and we didn't have that growing up.
There is a definite theme that people want to see Santa be evil, though. Like that, there's a whole subgenre of horror films devoted just to that.
He's too nice. No one can be just 100% nice like that. Like, there's gotta be a darker side. Unless he is an alien. Bringing this full circle.
Aliens.
That's the next Alien film.
Can you see Santa, like, leans over to eat some milk and cookies, and a second tiny Santa head pops out of his mouth to like, bite the cookies?
Yes. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, though, for anyone who does watch Doctor Who, there is a Santa episode that's really great because it's like they're actually like plastic Santas and like they go around and they attack and kill people. Watch Doctor Who.
That was that the Craig Smith one?
Craig Smith.
With the
That was Christopher Escalin and Billy Piper. This would have been the first season that they revamped it with the Ninth Doctor.
I was going to say, I think I've seen that episode, actually. And
It's a good episode.
I haven't seen very many Doctor Who episodes.
Oh, you should. David Tennant, gem to society.
I have seen no episodes of David Tennant in it.
He can do no wrong. Watch David Tennant. Just in anything.
He could do plenty of wrong. He was in that Jessica Jones series. He did plenty of wrong.
That.
He did plenty of wrong.
Or did he do wrong just very, very right? Maybe that's what he was going for.
You know. Moving along, we've got things happening around our library.
We do.
We will start us off. Bedford is pleased to present the Winter Solstice Celebration, which will be taking place December 16th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Ooh. Fireside snacks, crafts, poetry. Relax with friends and celebrate the upcoming longest night of the year, with activities meant to inspire creativity, rest, and connection. No registration is required.
However, highly recommended to bring a blanket as this is outside. Also coming up at the Bedford Branch Library on December 20th, 2024 at 6 p.m., they are going to be showing The Wild Robot in the Community Room. Bring your favorite movie time snack. If you want to, you can bring a blanket, a pillow, come in your pajamas, make a whole, movie night out of it. It's pretty fun.
Putting you on the spot, what's your favorite robot movie?
I don't know if I have a favorite robot movie. I've never really been a big fan of robots because I really do believe that they are going to take over the Earth someday. We're making them too intelligent, so I try to stay away from robot films.
Fair enough. Blade Runner.
He's a robot?
Moving right along.
The American Girl Doll Tea will be
No.
taking place December 29th from 1 to 2:30 p.m.
We do not disrespect the American girls like that.
Follow your inner star to the Bedford Library for tea with everyone's favorite American girls. Registration is required.
Don't worry, Adrian will not be there and will not be talking in that voice. Disrespectful.
Might be now.
Nope. Also at the Bedford Branch Library, one of our many, many book clubs is the Book Trekkers, a walking book club for adults. It meets the second Wednesday of each month, and it's pretty neat because first you'll go around one of the local parks, and as a group you'll walk around, have a lovely time, and then you'll come back to the Bedford Branch Library where you will discuss a book about outdoors, about weather. What you get to pick whatever book you want that's about the environment. It's pretty fun.
A brief addendum to that. It's coming up on the first of the year when all of our book clubs reset with their new title selections for the coming year. So head on over to mymcls.com, check out our event calendar, and see what book clubs speak to you.
I was working on a project where I was looking at all the book clubs that Monroe County has to offer. We have a ton. A lot of our branches have quite a few. I should have counted. There are plenty of options. No matter what kind of books you're interested in, there is a club for it somewhere.
In other events, Saturday Afternoon at the Movies will be taking place December 21st, 2024 at the Carlton Branch. It'll be going from 1 to 3 p.m. They will be watching a movie which has not been announced.
Mystery.
Bomb.
I love mysteries.
I have a feeling it's not going to be a mystery. I think it's going to be a Christmas movie.
It could be a mystery Christmas.
Is there a mystery Christmas
There's
movie?
a lot.
Is Clue a Christmas movie?
No, it doesn't take place at Christmas, but it's a fantastic film. I know most of the lines to that film. Also coming up, the American Red Cross is having a blood drive at the Frenchtown Dixie Branch Library that'll take place on Wednesday, December 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you got too much blood in your veins? Come on out, donate some blood, save some lives. Do you have too much blood in your veins?
Probably. I'll see if I can't give. I'll do my best.
I should. I've been meaning to.
The Ellis Library and Reference Center is pleased to present Cross Stitch Night, coming December 19th, 2024, from 2 to 6 p.m. Come join them for a cross-stitch night. Veterans of the craft can bring their projects to work on with friends. There will be some supplies available if you are new to cross-stitch and someone to help you learn. Have you ever cross-stitched?
I don't think I have. I took crafts class in high school and we did a bunch of stuff, so I might have, but I definitely have no idea how to do it now.
I have cross-stitched and I am not very good at it.
I think you're better than you think you are.
Well, I'm not very good
You always
at
try to be so
cross-stitching.
modest, but you can do pretty much anything.
Anyone could do anything poorly if they're willing to just do it.
You gotta be able to actually do it, though. At the Summerfield Petersburg Branch Library on Thursday, December 19th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., there is a K-pop club.
K-pop.
K-pop! If you're not sure what that is Korean pop music. So stop into this month's K-pop club session. You will be trading photo cards, listening to music, enjoying snacks, and having fun.
Who is your favorite K-pop artist?
I can name exactly one, BTS. Don't ask me a single one of their songs because I have no idea. Oh, isn't there like one called like Blackpink too?
Yes, there is.
Yay, I got two! Emily, if you're listening, I'm really sorry. I'll do better next time.
I don't have anything at all against K-pop, but like I was way bigger into J-pop. They've moved on in the alphabet since I was a kid.
I don't think I've ever heard any J-pop.
Utada Hikaru, Ayumi Hamasaki.
I mean, to be fair, you lived in Japan,
Bump
so it
of
would make
chicken.
sense that Bump of Chicken, what?
Okay, so that one has a fun story. Our listeners won't care, but they're called Bump of Chicken because
Their band is?
yes, they wanted to name their band Attack of the Coward. They put it into Google Translate back in the early days of Google Translate, and Attack of Coward became Bump of Chicken.
That's amazing. Please tell me they never corrected it.
They didn't.
That's amazing. Bump of Chicken.
Cards and Coffee, coming December 16th, 2024, at the Summerfield Petersburg Branch History Room. This event will take place from 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Do you love to play cards?
Yes.
Stop by and enjoy various card games. Coffee and cards will be provided unless you prefer to bring your own. Bring some friends. Have some
Aw.
fun.
What if you don't have any friends? Can I
Bring some coffee.
I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. And at the Robert A. Vivian Branch Library.
It's pronounced Vivian.
Nuh-uh. Don't mess with me. I'm not wrong. There will be a reindeer craft on December 16th from 4 to 6 p.m. If you are looking for something different to do, join us at the Vivian Branch Library and create a holiday reindeer to add to your holiday displays. Supplies are limited, so please register everyone separately.
And the last thing we've got on our calendar here, the Showman Ornament,
What?
the Snowman Ornament Workshop, December 16th, 2024, Dundee Branch, downstairs programming area. This will take place from 6 to 7 p.m. We will be making a snowman ornament on a wood base. Registration is required. We will be painting. Please make sure your clothes are okay if they get paint on them.
Frosty the Snowman was one of the first songs I learned how to play on the piano.
Yeah. See, the problem is I think I was too far into thinking about movies, and I saw that
Showman.
my brain immediately went to Greatest Showman.
Oh, such a good musical.
I have never seen it, but I know every song from it despite never seeing it.
Honestly, it's really good. That's like one of the few films I've seen like multiple times in the theater. I saw it like 3 times in the theater. It was so good.
I have literally never seen it, but I have heard all of the songs.
Do you like the songs?
They're all right.
Just watch it. It's Hugh Jackman.
We thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have yourselves a pleasant Christmas.
Or a wonderful holiday, no matter what you want to celebrate.
Kwanzaa, Hanukkah,
Yeah. And...
Christmas, Halloween.
Ooh, Christmas Halloween. That's me.
This has been In the Library with...
Ta-ta-ta-tara!
and... Adrian.
Wow.